Hi guys, and welcome back to cfctvyt. My name is Michelle.
My name is Nina. Welcome back to Carefree Queens, guys. We hope that you're all doing okay, and we know you're doing okay because Chelsea won this week, and it's been a great week to be a Chelsea fan. I actually, Michelle, for the first time ever, enjoyed watching football on a Saturday because I wasn't stressed about Chelsea playing. We had won a game, and then Man City, Man United, Brighton, and Liverpool all lost on the same day. And it was just an entertaining Saturday. So, yes, I am a shameless Chelsea fan this week. I'm very, very sorry. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. But yes, so guys, I'm sure that you're all thrilled. I'm sure you were all feeling the same way. Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy it went in.
Yeah.
Like it actually went into the back of the net. We haven't
Uh-huh.
seen that in a long time.
I know.
I actually think I'm more excited. Well, goals equals normally wins if you score enough of
Mm.
them. But it's
Well, you
just
got to score goals to even try to win. So,
like it's just I love that we won because we definitely needed that confidence boost as well. It was just
yeah.
we scored a goal. Like that's the part I'm excited about. It actually went into the back of the net.
Yeah. I
And it
know.
counted. It counted as well.
Oh yeah, well we're gonna get straight into sort of a little bit on the Brighton game. Throw forward to obviously West London derby tomorrow away at Craven Cottage as we're gonna face Fulham, and hopefully continue on and build on a win. Perhaps look for another because it's time to get a little streak going because it has been far too long, far too many defeats and draws. And yeah, and discuss a little bit Ben Chilwell's injury, which was obviously it. I mean, I said to Charlie and Michelle, I was like, why does everything at Chelsea have to come with a cost? Like, we won, and then one of our best players is out again. But anyways, we're going to get into that. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you guys haven't done so already. Like and comment as we go along your thoughts, anything you agree, disagree with. You guys know the drill. But yeah, anyway, Michelle, like you said, I mean, I've never seen Chelsea Fan TV after the game since probably Dortmund in the Champions League last season. Be so happy, like it meant so much. And then you're happy and you're in the moment, and then you just kind of walk away from it, and then you think, man, we are so deprived. How the standards have dropped. We're literally celebrating this cup win like it's we've won the cup. And we were shamelessly happy, Michelle, on Wednesday, and I think we deserved it. It just felt so good to celebrate a goal and to win and to see the players celebrate. I missed that little huddle by the corner flag celebrating a goal. I was like, wow, I need to take a photo of this. I was doing up the tourists at the stadium. I was like, this is big.
No, but you can't really blame us, can you? The situation is just different from what we're used to. I stalk my own Instagram sometimes, and I scrolled through, and I fell over one photo of me standing like this, and you can see the TV screen as well.
Oh
We
yeah.
were up, we were up 6-0, and I was standing like this. How the situation has changed. But it's just you should celebrate things like this in a situation like ours.
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely, you should be happy that it finally happened. So it's just
Yeah.
our situation is different, and I don't really care if people are gonna mob us because one man's trash could be another man's gold. It's just our situation is completely different to a lot of other
Yeah.
clubs. We're naturally gonna celebrate smaller victories, but like, we're just latching onto.
No,
I
yeah.
think it makes perfect sense, and I
We
love
have
the scene as well.
we
I
have
loved it.
goal of the month as well, Michelle. Sorry, I'm not even it's genuine and sincere, I promise. I'm just a little bit delirious right now, but no,
Do
look.
you rate the goal of the month? Do you like the goal of the month we have?
Sorry, honey, we're not in a position to say do we like the goal of the month or not. We have a goal of the month. We're not exactly spoiled for choice.
Yeah, but now that we have one, I think you could
I
say it.
love it. It's my favorite Chelsea goal of all time right now. Are you joking?
I love it. It's my favorite goal of the month. What do you mean?
My favorite goal of the year, broski. But no, it's honestly, It's honestly great. I mean, I was sat with Charlie at the game and we celebrated with just so much passion. And I was like, I love this. I miss this feeling. And yeah, and like you said, I mean, of course we're going to celebrate this one because only we fans know how difficult it's been starting out, how difficult it was last season. And we hope that, I mean, yeah, preseason was a bit of a lift, sort of, and we did get a little bit carried away with that. And obviously, it was a progressive decline as we got further into our opening Premier League fixtures. So, yeah, absolutely. Celebrating every win like it's, great. And considering we don't have many, especially at Stamford Bridge, which is quite alarming, I think we really need some building to do. But yeah, no, great to obviously come away with a win. But now I'm going to kind of just flip the coin as again because we have to address Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell's out with a hamstring injury apparently now, and from Pochettino's words, it's very bad. It's not looking good, he says, and we are yet to find out exactly how long he's out for. And it's just like deja vu, isn't it, Michelle? Our captain and our vice captain are injured. How on earth are we expecting anything to be going for us right now as a club? Like, that just says it all. That's enough to let you know that things are not going well.
I'm just so sick of the medical staff, honestly. Like, no, I just, because we've been talking about this in quite a lot of, I think we're talking about injuries in every single episode we film.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've said this before, but now I'm certain it's not a coincidence anymore. Look into the medical staff, look into how are they being trained? How are they being trained to be like it is frustrating, and I really hope that they're trying to figure out what are we doing wrong, because it's not a coincidence anymore that every single player gets injured.
Yeah.
Who hasn't had an injury?
I don't know, to be
That's the
fair.
biggest.
But no, I think the issue with injuries goes a little bit further than just not having that player there and feeling the impact. I think it just is overall affecting the chemistry and the rhythm that we have
100%.
building at the team. And I keep saying this, it's like it's so difficult for a young team who are all new to each other to come in, train, to go out on the pitch, play together, and then lose a player that they've just about built a relationship with on the pitch, not play with them again for another 2-3 months. And that goes for every single position on the pitch. You're used to, you build a relationship, you know how to overlap with this player, this player's patterns and style of play, where they're going to make that pass, how to read their game, and suddenly they're gone. And suddenly they're not playing with you, and suddenly you're learning a new player's rhythm and everything, etc. And it's just so disjointed, which is why I feel that injuries are affecting us a lot more, in a sense of we're a new squad and we're learning how to play together. And when things are just chopping and changing and people are leaving and coming in at different times down the line, it's so difficult for a young player to adapt and build on their game to get that rhythm. And when they're getting subbed on and this and that, this is why I keep disagreeing with Pochettino kind of subbing Mudryk off and subbing him on at the weirdest times ever. Just let the boy play the full 90. It's just not necessary to sub him off, especially in the last couple of games. He's really deserved to see it out through to the end,
The
And
last game was unnecessary as fuck.
unnecessary against Villa, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary against Brighton. Just give the guy the full 90 minutes. And this is where I feel that this is how we are holding these young players back. This is how I feel like we are inhibiting them from developing and improving, because you're breaking up their play too much and things are just chopping, changing too much around them. These young players need consistency. They need to get into a pattern of doing things because they're learning, essentially. You're coming into this professional industry where you're playing week in, week out, you're playing at the highest level, and there's a big stake here. There's a big threshold, and you're just coming in here and there, and you're playing with this player, and then you're learning their names, and then you're getting to know that player in the pitch, and this is just all shambles.
Yeah, but I actually had a really interesting conversation with a person about the state of the club and about the state of the team, and he said there is no doubt that the owner has bought something that's going to work out in a few years' time. And it's going to work out beautifully in a few years' time. That part he's been smart with. However, right now, it's hard for y'all to execute it because, first of all, the players are young. Like you said, they don't really know each other. But they're not playing for one purpose, it seems. They're playing individually in a way, as in, how do you put this? Like, you can tell when a team is playing for the badge and they've been merged together and they sort of feel united. And the way he viewed this is like, they haven't really, they're not really there yet with the being united part. So it's still a lot of individual performances you're trying to stitch together and make into a
Yeah.
group performance. And I just thought that was so interesting because he plays himself on a high level, so he sort of had a different perspective of it in that way, that he of all people knows that yeah, you play for a club, but you play for yourself as well because you want to make a name for yourself. And then that's normally what happens in the beginning when you get to a club. So we've been talking about this so much. It's just not one thing.
Yeah.
That medical thing and injuries is just, it's ruining more for us than I think people realize. And it's pissing me off. It's starting to piss me the fuck off. Do
Just not very
something.
much. No, yeah. No, I get that. I get that. It's completely valid what you're saying. But because we've won, let's actually
Yeah. Hold our horses. We should
hold
be
our
happy. Why are we
horses.
complaining? We're so used to complaining.
I know. And look, and we're right on what we're saying because we're still yet to see a win in the Prem, or at least another one to obviously add to the Luton win. Because come on, we're now I think 6 games into the Premier League, and we've still not won another game since Luton, and that was quite a while back. So we've still got some doing to do. Doing to do. Wow, Nina, what a saying.
Nah, I loved it.
You know, Chelsea, you've got some doing to do. And anyways, we're gonna try and replicate that against Fulham tomorrow. So that's obviously really an opportunity for us to climb up because Michelle, let me not alarm you, but Luton won yesterday, which means they are a point behind us, I believe. A point, 1 point. And if
Are
Chelsea
you
doesn't win
serious?
tomorrow,
Okay, let me check.
and if Chelsea doesn't win tomorrow, I think you can do the math. You can do the
Everton and Luton both are a point behind us.
Fantastic. Great.
And we're 15.
So exactly. So that's all the more reason, Chelsea, you have to win against Fulham tomorrow. 3 points, no questions asked. Oh God, I just hope Willian isn't like prepping anything. Is he fit? I think he is fit right now. Anything against us. But no, look, Fulham aren't a team to underestimate. And like I said, I'm not underestimating any teams from now on. I've seen what the teams that we should have beaten
Yeah.
did to us. So I'm really not here sat in a position saying, yeah, you know, like I definitely beating you. But no, I think I just hope that we use a little bit of our confidence in the fact that we can put the ball at the back of the net. Clearly we did, and we did it twice against Brighton. Obviously it was just rules offside, which it wasn't. But anyways, that's a conversation for a different day. And we were able to obviously finish the chances. So it's just all about doing that, because it's like, I think the game against Brighton is the perfect example of how when another team, which up until now has been us in Brighton's shoes, where they've been creating chances, have had chances like they did in this first half but haven't finished them, and then you as the other team, that's your opportunity to punish when you get the chance, because we've seen us dominate. You know, we've seen that our possession statistics this season are one of the best, creating chances one of the best, but it's just when it comes to that kind of final moment in front of goal, yeah, you know, skills left the chat, shooting left the chat, finishing left the chat, everyone left the chat. And that's when we don't seize those opportunities. And then when the opposition gets that 1 or 2 counter attack or that chance, it's put away. And it doesn't matter how much possession you had in that game, doesn't matter how many shots you had in that game, you're punished. So it truly is about finishing what's in front of you. That is what it's going to come down to. And like you said at the start of the video, you win a game by scoring. If we're not scoring goals, then we're not looking at becoming any better, victorious than we already, you know, are. I'm actually waffling the most today. I'm so sorry. I need
You
another
just
coffee
have that
break.
left the chat. Look how professional was sounding. Do and left the chat and
So professional. Sign me up.
I was just having a look at the pictures coming up. We have Fulham, yeah, tomorrow.
Yep.
Burnley. Then we have Arsenal, Brentford. We have Carabao Cup fixture against Blackburn Rovers. But it's just my point with this is that our next two fixtures.
Are must wins.
Yeah, and it even feels weird to say because you would be considered a little delusional these days, don't you? If you go into a game saying, "Oh, we must win this."
Yeah,
It's not really.
absolutely. That is
It's
why I don't see
because like it's so. Nah.
Yeah.
But should we if y'all remember that choose a snooze game we got started in one episode,
Oh
should we
yeah,
do
I
that
forgot
again
about that. Yeah.
tomorrow? I think that's a fun way to wrap it up.
Sure, we can do a speedy, rapid snooze or what was it? Snooze or lose. I literally came up with the game and I've forgotten it. Way to go, Nina. Snooze or no, choose or snooze. That was it.
It's a fun
Yeah.
game, I think. Basically just making a lineup,
Yeah.
but Nina took it to another level. Sorry guys, it's kind of early for us. We're not used to it's early. We just want Okay, but should we actually get cracking with it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Starting out the back then. Sanchez, Petrovic. Choose or snooze.
I still want to give Petrovic a chance. We haven't seen him.
Yeah, but no, because that's it's just like Sanchez is getting into the run of games now. I don't think he's
Absolutely,
perfect. He's
absolutely.
not the perfect goalie, and I'm critical still of him. He's got a lot of proving to do, but he's got the whole season to do it. So I think we actually need to give him that season.
Yeah.
And yeah, start him. I think it's too early to chop and change. Potentially, maybe against Blackburn, we have an opportunity to.
I was literally just about to say that. Maybe save him. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But
I think it's just me wanting to see because we haven't seen
yeah,
him
no,
in
that's so fair.
while.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. And I think we will. We'll use that fourth round in the Carabao Cup for that opportunity. But then, okay, moving forward is actually going to be quite interesting. And I don't even mean moving forward like up the pitch. I mean just in front of Sanchez because obviously Thiago Silva was rested for Brighton, which great. I mean, he's needed that opportunity. He's been single-handedly carrying Chelsea the last year. So we need to give the man some rest. But I've seen a lot of things circle around about potentially pairing Colwell and Disasi there in that centre back pairing and letting them actually thrive in those positions because Colwell has only just managed to get back into his natural position and where we want to see him play, that left centre back there. And Disasi's been doing a great job on the most part as well. He's started to grow into the game quite a lot. You can see him as well become a little bit more confident as he tries to move the ball further and actually assesses his options a lot more now. But obviously, we know that we've not got a choose or a snooze option for right back, Michelle, because Reece James and Malo Gusto are both not available for this game. Malo Gusto is obviously suspended and Reece James is injured. So we have to, again, play potentially a player at their position. And usually I would have probably put Disasi in there as well. He's played as a right back, I think, at Monaco, but equally never seen him play as a right back at Chelsea, I don't think. So kind of sitting on the fence there, but let's start with the centre back pairing first. Would you go for Colwell and Disasi in that centre back pairing, or would you go Colwell, Thiago Silva?
I'd go Colwell, Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I think we're in unanimous.
Yeah, and I think it's because of where we're sat. It's actually an important game for us. We need to get 3 points, and I'm not saying that Disasi wouldn't be able to do that, but like you said, we're missing someone. We're missing two people in that right back. Like I would just just see if we can do it there. Push
So
him
you
out
play
there.
Disasi there at right back, and then
Yeah, I'd give it a go.
interesting. I think Pochettino is probably potentially thinking something along those lines. And then equally, if we throw onto, excuse me, the left back, usually here I'd be telling you choose or snooze because we had 3 left backs on the bench against Aston Villa, and it almost looked like we were spoiled for choice. But we have our vice captain Ben Chilwell now out of that equation. So really, we're looking at Cucurella and I mean, Ian Maatson can play there as a left back as well.
Yeah.
But you know, he started against Brighton, and obviously he did. I thought he did a good job on the most part. But you know, it's still quite a lot of pressure to chuck him into to that
Yeah,
role.
but would you rather go with Korea, who you know, like you know how he plays, or
Thing
would you
is, he
go
had a
with
good game. He had a good game. He potentially, you know, did prove to us Chelsea fans that when he can be trusted on a good day, he is a reliable player there. And
Yeah,
also,
but that's it. That's when he is.
yeah,
That
true.
shouldn't even be a thing. It should be he should be consistent. I think that's why it makes him unreliable because he's not consistent. You don't
Yeah,
know if he's going to show up or not.
yeah. But what we paid 65 million for him, we've still got to.
But
He's still got a lot of playing up to do, and Man United were close, obviously, taking him in the summer transfer window, but then that dropped. So I feel like now we're kind of stuck with him, and we should potentially be giving him an opportunity to play. And yeah, like you said, right now, I mean, he was always kind of brought in as backup to Chilwell. He was seen as someone who could probably be very fitting of being a backup to Chilwell. So if we're in a position now where obviously we don't have Chilwell, then surely your second option might be Cucurella in terms of you've paid money for him, see what you can do. But yeah, so I think, are we potentially setting up a 4-2-3-1 here? But we got to talk about that because we don't have a outward number 9 right now. But anyways, I know we're running out of time, so I'll move further up. Okay, so that's what we're going for. Yeah, wow,
that's what you were going for. I'm sticking with Ian, but let's move forward.
Okay, interesting. Let us know in the comments, guys, how you're playing that back line, because I know there's going to be a lot of differentiating thoughts regarding our back line for tomorrow. But, you know, it's not one you should potentially be gambling with too much. But, yeah, anyways, let's move on. But Thiago Silva, just quickly, Michelle, I feel like we still need to rationalise this, and it's so crazy to think I need to rationalise why I'm putting Thiago Silva in there. You know what? I'm not going to. Thiago Silva.
No, don't do that. I feel like
yeah,
people who know will know. Like,
you're so right. People that, yeah. Okay. Moving up, please Poch nothing but Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo in that pivot. You know, Michelle, do we even need to choose or snooze here? Like,
no.
No.
It's
no.
fine. Let's move forward.
No. Let's move.
We have so little to choose of. I feel like that's why it's so easy and hard at the same time. Like that midfield.
But also for another reason, and we're obviously going to introduce that because we're going to talk about obviously someone playing in that cam number 10 role. And we at the moment you either have to choose or snooze playing Enzo Fernandez as a number 10 up against Cole Palmer, which I think is ridiculous because Enzo's not a number 10. So instantly, again, we don't have Chukwuemeka, don't have Nkunku. So if we're playing that number 10 there, it's got to be Cole Palmer. Again, this game is really not going well for Chelsea. They're not allowing us to play this game, Michelle. We have nobody to choose a snooze from. It's got choose Cole Palmer.
I was just about to say that when you said Cucurella. I thought we were going to say, so are we going to put Cucurella? Or are we going to put Cucurella? I was like, oh, so interesting. Yeah. Oh, my days.
That's actually mad.
I've actually been impressed.
You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if he switched them and potentially played Ian Maatson as a left back and Cucurella as a right back. I don't know. It's something like weird like that. But anyways, okay. So we're agreeing that we're going to put Cole Palmer, who was my man of the match against Brighton.
Yeah, I think it's deserved.
Yeah, cool. I think he is exactly what we're going to need to even try and see through some goals. He can be that playmaker and creator in that role there. And obviously he's going to be building on a really strong game for himself. So yeah, cool. Yeah. Perfect. Let's whiz through. Right, interesting here, Michelle. I feel like we need to start with right up top here in order for us to pick our other two, because Jackson is suspended. Armando
I feel like
Broja,
it's a given. Between you and I feel like this one's a given. Do you have to like build it up?
I mean, yeah,
We wanna play Mudrig and Nani Mudweke.
yeah.
That's what we
Okay,
want to do.
yeah.
Like there's nobody be like, ooh, what do you wanna
This
we
is
wanna play them too.
I'm just trying to play the game, but clearly, you know what, this game doesn't work today. Let's accept that there is no.
Because we're running out of time.
But yeah, no, I know. We could have put Ian Matson potentially as a right wing there as well, but I think that Noni Madueke's time has come again. He's fit. He hasn't been in the squad in the last couple games. Start him, because the whole point was for him and Mudryk to be getting that playing time together. You know, starting week in, week out. It's been the mindset since March, Michelle. So can we actually have that now? Can we have that
No.
now? Noni Madueke, Mudryk, and I think we might potentially. I've seen some people put Sterling right up top, because obviously Armando Broja I don't think is fit enough to start a game. I think he's only
No, and Pudge
about.
even said that as well. He wanna get him started slowly. He don't
Yeah,
want to start.
exactly. So potentially he's only going to get about 20 minutes of game time if he even makes an appearance. So yeah, it's not going to happen. Don't think we're going to play any of our youngsters that have barely had any, and by youngsters I mean even younger than our youngsters. To get game time. So maybe we are going to play Sterling as a false nine. And to be fair, maybe that's not going to be so much of a bad thing if we've got the players like Mudryk, Cole Palmer, and Madueke who can, you know, play make for him. And he just gets in the right places at times and uses his pace quite advanced. So yeah, it could be interesting. Again, I mean, you've got all to play for right now. Test
Absolutely.
experimenting is part of it. But anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts down below. I mean, this was a flop of a choose or snooze game because we pretty much had to just choose a lineup there. But let us know if you'd make any changes, if you disagree heavily with any of our decisions, and yeah,
I feel like the defense is very debatable.
it is, yeah, and I know that people
Yeah.
are gonna obviously like come for that, but go for it. Challenge on. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already. Smash the likes on this video. As I said, comment down below. Check out myself and Michelle out on social media, and we'll see you in the next one. Michelle, anything to add?
No.
No. Right.
No.
Take care, guys.
Cheers. Bye.